many people drinking many beers, except me, hit in the face, in the nostrils by this gorgeous smell. Oh, I think we were on the wrong side of the frigging road. Part of the window will fall out, I suppose. 2 hours north of the urban Hymer Museum is a little place called Rothenburg ob der Tauber. Now, just behind me is the entrance gate, and all the cars, they'll be coming through there. In fact, I think Herman could probably get through there as well. There is a height limit, but the rest of the place is cobblestones. It's very popular with the tourists, I believe. We're only here for a few hours before we move on to our next destination, again heading north. So we're going to have a look round and see what makes it so touristy. Obviously the cars aren't. It's very idyllic, doesn't it? Nice place for a coffee. Here's another place we'd love to eat at. It looks gorgeous, doesn't it? So that tower is called Gargentor, and the one at the other end is a simple name. It's just called White Tower. The streets are very narrow here, would you say? Amazing, beautiful streets with the cobblestones, isn't it? Flowers. Come here at the right time, I think. Well, I think we found the place where everyone is, and Zoe's losing her hat. Yeah, very crowded here. Very huge, large square. And look at that old building. I wonder what that is all about. Completely walked past and missed this building. Not entirely sure what's going on there, but there's a vintage car going up the cobble streets with a man in my way. I'm walking up this street right now, and we get hit in the face, in the nostrils, by this gorgeous smell of Brathurst sausages and the like, and then we walk by it. Look, oh, the smell is amazing, but look at those meats and sausages, and oh man, that is just, oh, that's just heaven. It's a shame it's got a window because you can't really see the reflection. Amazing, all along the wall there, and that's where the smell's coming from, I think. So in this patisserie here, you've got these tiny little balls just there, but if you go further up, they get bigger. And they're massive. They're about the size of 2 fists clenched together, I think. I didn't even see these. What do you think these are? Cookies? There's my hand. Do you think that's bread? I think that's a cookie. Or maybe it's just wishful thinking. Yes, ads. Wishful thinking, since Ofenbrot means oven bread, not cookie. Yeah, they are absolutely massive. There's a display here. Look. Maybe this lady will show you how big they are. So I found out what those big balls were. They are shortbread, kind of a snowball, yeah. But I didn't go in there for one of those. I bought one of these, a pretzel, nice and fresh. Is that better than the other one? Oh, better. What? No, thank you. When in Germany, eat pretzels and snowballs. This building here seems to be like a conference. It's got lots of conference rooms in it, and you can go in there. But well, I'm interested in that tall tower there. It's probably got to be the tallest around it, actually. Which you can go in that one because I can see people at the top. Doing a bit of inquiry, the entrance is in this building, this conference centre building. So we're going to go in there and see how much it is and whatnot. Entering the conference building, you're greeted by a spiral staircase. Look at this curvy centre column here. Bit of art in itself. We haven't found the kiosk yet to pay, but we are going up one tower. We want to get into the next tower, the tall tower. It is very weird. Weird in the sense there's no one here, just an aisle to pay through. I don't know how you pay. No card, cash only. You pay at the top. I've never been to a place before where you have to pay when you're actually in the excursion. It's normally on the entrance. Pay for the pleasure when you get to the top. Or are you paying to come back down? That's the thing. narrower. Oh, the steps are getting a lot steeper. You've even got a traffic light system going on here, look. When it's red. Don't. Right, going up now. We paid our €4 each. And I just seen a sign that says, no, oh, I'm stuck. No waiting on the tower for more than 5 minutes. So €4 for 5 minutes. Oh, these are roads.
Colin. Colin.
Wow. Didn't even see the cathedral when we were down on the ground. I think we saw glimpses of it, like a window, but we must have completely missed it. There's another tower. We didn't walk that far. I think what it is the whole little town is surrounded by a wall. On all the entrances is a tower. The bell. I hope that doesn't go off when we're up here. But yeah, we're going basically round it, around this tower, and then that's it. There's your €4. So there's another tower. And there's a wall that goes all the way along. There's another tower and another tower in the far distance there, and lots of little ones all the way along. Yeah, I think there must be about 10 towers surround the town. Zoe's gone down. That's her €4. I keep mentioning the €4, and I just find it weird that we paid at the top, get around one lap, and then you go down. Oh, she's here.
I've just done a full circuit.
She's done another lap. And down there is the very busy plaza with many people drinking many beers, except me. All the way out here on top of this tower, and what do you find? One of our stickers. I have no idea how he got there, no idea. Right, back down we go, somewhere down there. Another tower, but this time part of a wall which you can actually walk on. And it looks like it's for free. Little did we know it at the time, but Rothenburg Ob de Tauber has a stunning tower trail which winds around the historic old quarter. This scenic 4-kilometre walk offers breathtaking views and takes about 2.5 hours to complete, giving you an incredible perspective of the town's medieval charm. Looks like you can get your name engraved on one of the stones. There's a Herman.
2 ends.
2 ends. They spell it with 2 ends over here. From Stuttgart, and there's one here. Jack and Renee Bennett from Yorkshire. How much do they charge to have your name engraved on the wall? Right, tower's done. We've seen the towers and we've been in the towers. We've been on the wall. Now all we need to do is get back to Herman. We've now arrived at our stay for the night. We are just south of Würzburg in a motorhome air, or what they call it, how they call it here is a Stellplatz. €14 a night, and that'll get you electricity as well, which is what we're doing. It's very peaceful here, even though there's a main road just over there. The River Main is just behind us. And yes, it's just a nice place to have some relaxing time. There's toilets here and there's showers. They also have a floating bar cum restaurant, but it's Wednesday, and on Wednesdays it's closed. And finally, they have a baked goods service, so you put your money and your requests into an envelope and post it at reception, and in the morning your goods have arrived, which is what we're doing. Morning everybody, it is just gone 8 o'clock and I've been to reception to pick up our baked goods. So we're having breakfast right now. This is what we got. So there's a lovely large croissant for me, and what do they call this, so?
Horn something or other.
A German croissant, like a horn. So the other thing we ordered were 2 Nussschnecks. Well, Google Translate converts that into nut rolls. So we thought they were rolls with a little bit of sprinkling of nuts or something. But no, they were massive Danish-like swirl pastries. Look at that. There's two there, but they are drooling. We had a little crack in our window, but a couple of days ago we've noticed that it's extended. It's now what used to be an inch is now probably 5-6 inches. That could be a disastrous thing because it'll basically keep going and then part of the window will fall out, I suppose. It's on the inside rather than the outside, so we do have some protection from the wind, I guess. But I'm gonna see if I can at least delay the worst by putting some Gorilla Tape on it. When I get home, I'm gonna have to sort out a proper way, maybe replacing this window, which I won't be looking forward to because it'll be expensive and I'll have to take these cupboards out. There you go, done. You hardly notice it. It's good as new.
Well, you do notice it.
It's now Thursday afternoon and we've driven a bit further northwest to a town, a city, called Koblenz. Didn't know much about Koblenz, it's just on the way, yeah. I did notice that, just hold it. I did notice that they got a lot of vineyards around here, but yeah, we weren't able to get in with the motorhomes, if you see what I mean. Anyway, this is nice. We're in a Stellplatz, about 45-minute walk from here. But as you can see behind us, it's quite a pretty place. We're on the bridge at the moment, which is crossing the Moselle. Remember the Moselle? That was the one we camped next to when we were in Kottrum and that kind of area. And that runs into the famous Rhine River, which is, well, basically along where that bank is over there, and that huge castle, which is actually a fortress. Now you can go in the fortress. It does have a museum, and I can see a cable car as well. But we're currently walking over the bridge in this direction, which hopefully has a few places to eat and drink, and there's a point over there where you can see the fortress a bit clearer. Now we're in this very large square, lots of eateries around and whatever, as you do. People eat outside eating ice cream and drinking beer. But then there's this, and I think it looks like a chapel. The window there is very large. There are these bells here. And I'm just wondering, since it's only a few minutes to 5,
Oh no, we're going to
whether or not they go ting-ling. So I'm going to wait here and find out.
A few minutes later.
What's the betting? Nothing happens. Oh, I can hear other churches. Oh, hello. Oh, it's got a beat.
That's it.
Oh. We thought that was it. Zoe looks very impressed, doesn't she?
Really losing my out again. It's getting windy again, isn't it?
Are we done? I think we're done this time. Tell us in the comments if that was worth waiting 10 minutes for. We'd love to know what you think. I don't think this one here does. I have noticed that everywhere is either a bar where you can buy food and alcohol and whatever,
Ice cream.
or ice creams.
They do look very nice ice creams.
Difficult to choose from.
We don't need one though, do we?
This is a weird fountain, don't you think? There's a boat with rowers in the bottom. There's some sort of castle somewhere in the middle. If you keep going up, there's another town and horses going around. And then clouds, is that? And then finally right at the top, right at the top is a castle in the clouds with statues of pigeons. This happens to be the Basilica of St. Castor. What an impressive building, don't you think? Now it is open, and I'm just wondering if you can actually get up into the towers, because that would be really cool. Strange roofs as well, don't you think? Sparry kind of thing. I do like a vaulted ceiling, don't you? Got a huge organ at the back, look at that. Now, I don't know what it is, I'm not religious or anything, it's just that I have a thing for the architecture of churches and chapels and whatnot. Yeah, I just find it amazing, especially that one was very echoey, and I guess that forces you to keep your mouth shut, so you're in prayer, right? Stop making noises. Right, we finally got to the location where we wanted to get to. First time you saw us today was over on that bridge, which just barely see. This is the Moselle and the Rhine. The Rhine is just over there. There's a campsite just there. Look, very windy here. Right, as I was saying, there's a campsite just over there, and a Stelzplatz. The Stelzplatz is 29 euros. Yeah, that's expensive. And the campsite is 47 euros. That is very expensive, but you will get a fantastic view of the river and the fortress, which is just over there, right behind this huge statue. And I've now forgotten what it's called. But we can't get round there because, as you can see, something's going on over there, probably some sort of remembrance or something. The entrance to it is all been blocked off. I think it's the army or something like that. Yeah, so we can't go through that way, so we're going to see if we can go round and get a better view of the statue and the fortress. The army or cadets or whatever they are have really set up camp here, haven't they? No, we can't get any closer. And just behind this massive hotel on water or cruise ship or whatever it is the fortress. Now the cable car I thought was on the other side, but no, it looks like you pick it up from this side. So the whole idea of the cable car is that it takes you to the fortress. One way is 11 euros, a round trip is almost 15 euros, combined ticket so you can walk around the grounds is 19. And if you're up for it, you can go on a trip on one of the boats. I'm sure it's one of these. I think it's one of these big riverboat cruise ships for 24. So that all sounds very much like good fun. It's in the evening now, and we are getting hungry. So we're either going to find some place to eat, or we're going to go back to Herman. They don't have the cycling here like they did in the other towns that we've been on. Oh, they've got blended cycles, but there's nothing that you can rent, is what I mean.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Oh, that's the basilica, making all that noise. Wow! I hope you can hear me. That is very loud. And in contrast to those tiny little bells we saw in that chapel earlier, nothing. Well, I hope everyone in Koblenz, because you can hear that, because that is very loud and very impressive.
They're going on for a bit too long.
Yeah, they're going on a bit too long now. Change the tune. Ding, ding, ding. I think, is there a tune? I don't know. A cacophony of bells. So we've managed to dodge all the bars and the ice cream parlours, and we've chosen this Asian restaurant called Foodie. Didn't realise it was an Asian restaurant, but there was a sign outside that said Grandma's Curry, and that dragged me in. Look at Zoe, look. It's on fire. My goodness.
Yours looks very nice.
Yeah, but yours is the impressive one.
Oh, I was trying to.
Chopsticks sticking at the end of the noodle, and then it's on fire. Look, what is that all about? Forget mine. Mine just looks like mine's like a boring. It is a boring curry. Look, Grandma's curry, chicken.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
Oh, doesn't it look so impressive now?
Yeah. No, it doesn't. Yeah. So we're going to now tuck in. I'm going to use some chopsticks, and Zoe's going to struggle with
Noodles.
food that's on fire. So this is a change of events. We're just coming out from the restaurant, Foodie, and we discovered it is pissing it down, and it's thunder and lightning. And what we're wearing are just our summery shorts and stuff. No brolly, nothing. So I think what we're going to do is see if we can order an Uber. Oh, we're back in Herman. We're a bit wet as well. We are drying off quite quickly though. Yeah. Now, I don't quite understand it. So first of all, no Uber. I understand that bit. Some cities don't have them, but no Uber. That noise in the background is Zoe making a nice hot drink for us. The other thing is, no taxis. I saw a yellow box which said taxi on it, and I guess you call them that way, but no taxi rank, nothing. Which is very strange for a city. Anyway, he decided to walk back, and it was on off rain. So we're going to have a nice hot drink now, dry and warm up, and then straight to bed, I think. See you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, and Friday is wine night. And we've been looking around on the map for a place to go, and we have found a small vineyard. Well, it's quoted as being a hobby. On the east side of Brussels. It's 3 hours away driving, and that's where we're going to go today.
3 hours later.
Well, folks, we're now in Belgium. We are near Brussels, just east of Brussels, east of a place called Leuven. That's Leuven. Now, it's a small vineyard called, if I can pronounce this right, Danoise. There's enough space here for probably, I think, about between 8 and 10 motorhomes. We have some vines all the way along here and across there. We've got this little hut here, which not entirely sure what that's all about just yet. There's a little caravan there, and on the side it's got some prices of wines and whatnot. But then we have some seating here, which will be very nice later on. And this is the vineyard. Lots and lots of different types of grape. On each post here we've got Riesling, we got Pinot Blanc, more Riesling. Today he's going to be opening up around about 7 o'clock, so yeah, can't wait for that. Now, when we were arriving here, I got a bit confused. Well, no, I didn't get confused. It's just that the sat-nav just stopped us in the middle of the road. Normally it says your destination is on your left or your right. It didn't say anything like that. So where it stopped, there was a road. So I took it, not noticing the sign of the place, a few meters up, which would have saved us a whole load of problems, let's just say. Now, take a look at this, and you'll see what I mean, because going down the wrong road in a big motorhome, even a small size like Herman, can be disastrous. But for us it was okay because of my driving skills. Watch this. Following what we thought was the entrance to the vineyard, we stopped before the road got too narrow, but probably a bit too late. Oh, I think we were on the wrong side of the frigging road. Reversing into a muddy, pooey siding, keeping the drive wheels on the road, there was just enough room to turn around with a 6-point turn. It was just a matter of manoeuvring around the tight bend, avoiding the muddy ditch and the telephone pole to our right, and a large rock to our left, which you can't see. That's the rear wheel bouncing off the rock. And again,
Careful.
after a few attempts getting around the rock, we were free, albeit for a few sticking up branches gouging out the side of the motorhome. This has got to be the narrowest road that we've been down. Where we needed to go was the house across the road with the sign outside. Yeah, that one there. So there you go, we made it anyway. So not many scratches on Herman, but there was a few. Right, gonna have something to eat and then look forward to some wine later on, I think. So it is the following morning and we are having a problem moving on because this weather is glorious. The wine last night, what did you think?
Well, there wasn't a lot of choice, was there? There was a choice of one. And it was a rosé, which we're not over keen on rosés, are we? I mean, it would have been lovely to have a white, wouldn't it, in this lovely summer evening? But yeah, it was because of the grapes, wasn't it? Didn't have a lot of options available. Yeah,
he's been too cold, he said, this year. And if you can remember, well, I certainly do, in England, it was cold all the way through until June. We've got another almost 3-hour drive. And we're going to, well, we cogitated this.
Yeah.
We think we're going to end up in Dunkirk. But we're a bit museumed out, a bit historied out at the moment. So that's what we're going to probably aim for, because that is only like 45 minutes away from the Calais port, which is what we're going to be catching tomorrow.
Yes.
Right, see you in a bit.
Many hours later.
Well, we've made it to Dunkirk, folks. And what a beautiful place it is. This beach we're on is packed with people. Now I can imagine it being packed with thousands of men many decades ago.
Oh, I see.
Knowing your history of Dunkirk and the Second World War.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's obviously a completely different
Scene, as it were.
Scene, and yeah, shops are open here, selling ice creams and beer. That's like between 8 and 10 euros. So we come to the right place for a beer. Where we are parked, we're parked in the motorhome camping car, Air de Dunkirk, and it's right next to the museum. Operation, oh damn it, I've just forgotten what it was called. Dynamo, thank you very much.
It's all right.
The person with the brains. But yeah, we just wanted to be outside and relaxing.
But it seems to be the only camping air in Dunkirk, doesn't it?
Oh, no, there is a campsite.
Oh, okay, but the camping air,
motorhome air. Yeah, only motorhome air in Dunkirk.
Which was what? How much? €6?
It was €8.
€8.
And you got to pay for water, but dumping is free. That was all right. Smells a bit, and people have reported rats. So we're going to have a wander around Dunkirk and see if there's more to it than just this amazing beach. The sand is fantastic. Take a look at this. Wonderful. It is Sunday and it's a few hours before we have to catch our ferry. So we thought we'd have another wander around Dunkirk, the port side this time. Around the city there's a few placards which are giving you a bit of the history of Dunkirk. We noticed that building there, the spire, was actually in a few of them. So we've decided to venture off over there to see what it is, because of course that's a survivor from all the bombing that they had and all the warfare that they had back in the 40s. Well, here we are, folks. Not too sure what it's called. It is the town hall, but according to Google Maps, it is the Jean Bart Gate or Noordpoort. It does look pretty amazing. It's 120 years old, I believe. It got damaged in the 1940 bombs of the Second World War. But there you go, still stands. So as we are waiting in the queue to the ferry at Calais, I thought we'll go through this list that we've created just for fun. This is a tally of all the things that we've done over the last couple of weeks. And at the top of the list are eating out costs, fuel costs and gas costs. Well, I don't know that at the moment. We'll have to tally them up, add them up later on, and
When the
ads in the
bill comes
future
through.
when he's editing this. We'll put them on the screen round about here, if I remember.
We filled up about 3 times fuel-wise, have we?
Gas twice, yeah.
Yeah.
Eating out, I think we ate out most days. Anyway, so we're going to start at the top. Number of incidents. I've got here 3. Now, incidents include, because I can remember them, the time we almost got wiped out.
Oh yes, on the
And in
motorway.
the same day, we went on the wrong motorway. Had to double back on ourselves.
Oh yeah, that
Now,
was all right.
So the incidents meaning like mistakes and stuff,
Yeah.
major mistakes. And then the last one was a couple of days ago.
Yes, we went down that narrow track, didn't we, to get
Yeah.
to the vineyard?
So there's
Oh.
our 3 incidents. And then the whole idea of this tally came to me because of the time we were in that campsite right next to the river. And you said, oh, I don't know about being next to the river because of the insects and getting bites. So we counted up, although I'm sure this, as well as many of these things I've got on here, are slightly wrong.
Yes,
Got here, you had 8 bites,
Yeah.
8 insect bites
kind of, yeah.
that lasted 3 days, 4
At
days.
least, yeah.
At least 8 bites. She kept losing count. Me, I got 1.
Yeah, but there's nothing of you, is there?
I'm not peckish enough. And then now we go on to the number of places we stayed at. So we have basically 15. We've had 15 nights. 3 of those, which I can't believe 3, are campsites. I don't
No,
remember. I
I
only
don't think
remember
so.
1. So that's got to be wrong. I only remember going in 1 campsite, so I don't know where the 3 have come
So
from.
the Stellplatz, it should all balance out, shouldn't it? to
It should all
15?
add up to 15, really. Stellplatz, we've been to 9.
They were very good, weren't they?
Yeah.
Quite reasonable.
They're quite useful, all over the
Filling
place.
up and things.
Car parks was 4, Stellplatz was 9, campsites 3, but I think it was actually 2. Now then, the interesting stuff.
Terrible stuff, really. I can't
Number
believe
of cakes we've had.
a lot.
I've got down here again. Numbers this could be wrong, but I don't think so. 9.
Yeah, but that's between the 2 of us, isn't it?
Yeah, it's between the 2 of
Yeah.
us, and it's an odd number because one of the cakes was we shared the
Oh yeah.
the Black Forest Gatto, didn't we? Because that was quite large. Number of beers we've had each. Hold on a minute, let me just tally these up.
Gosh.
5, 10, 15, 16. 16 beers. You're a bit of a piggy when it comes to beers.
Well, you're
No.
the worst offender because we go out for a meal and we get, especially if it's a meal deal thing where you get your 2 beers. It's just-
Meal deal thing, we get 2 beers. I'd have had 2 meals. Yeah, so most of those are mine. But you've had your share of beer, I think.
Yeah.
And this is the next one. Bottles of wine. We've had 3 bottles of wine, which we bought ourselves from supermarkets. We've had 1 glass each of that rosé, remember?
Yeah.
Number of knocks. Knocks on the door to
Oh
get moved.
goodness.
Number 1. We've only had 1 knock. We've only had the 1 knock. Then I thought this next number would be a lot larger than it is. Number of castles, 3. So that is our tally, and that is our trip, our holiday across Germany, France, Belgium. So that is the end of our holiday to the Black Forest in Germany. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, why don't you give us a subscribe and like the video. Until then, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, and I've forgotten what it is.
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, but see you later, Hosen. Got it in again.
Oh dear.